Hello, teachers. Now, for today, I have a three-way match card game that I want to show you a quick hack on how to create it without having to do these tables on Google Slides. Now, the reason why I want to show you this workaround is because it can get really frustrating and tedious to create these, and then they don't end up being the same size because you're adding more words or the pictures don't fit and you have to layer them and all of this. This is a workaround. Now, you can easily do this if you're more tech savvy and it's not difficult for you. But if you want a workaround where it's not going to take you forever and you know that you can get it done quickly, stay tuned because this is going to be a quick and easy tutorial. So in this matching card game, it's called a three-way match. So term, definition, and picture. And if you're getting ready for your state assessment, then these are a perfect way for kids to just keep those association terms in mind. When you see this, think of this kind of stuff, right? Of course, it's not super higher order thinking, but especially in history, kids need to be able to match things together, right? When I see this, I need to think of this, and then they're able to draw conclusions or make generalizations. So with that said, let me show you a workaround to this. All right. So step one is open up a Google Slides presentation. For the most part, this should be your default. Now, the problem with this is it's not the size of your paper. After you title it, you're going to go to the top, File, and you're going to go down to Page Setup. There, you click here, and you're going to go to Custom, and you want to do 11 by 8.5, which is the size, and make sure it's under inches. This is the size of a regular piece of paper. So now you have that ready to go. I'm going to click and then drag down and then let go. That allows me to select those boxes, and then I'm going to click delete. Now, what I want to do next is I want to set up a border around. So you're going to go to Shapes, and you're going to get a square, and you're going to click and drag from one end to the other. And this is what you're going to get. So this is what you want to have for now. After this, I'm going to go to these three dots. And the reason why all my menu bar isn't showing up is because I have this right here. So I want to close that. And now I get more options available because I have more space. So I'm going to go to the little paint bucket, the fill color, and I'm going to click on transparent. And then I want the line around to be black, and I want it to be dark and bold. So I'm going to go all the way up to 8. And so now I have that. From here is when you're going to now be able to start working on your three-way match. Instead of making a table, I'm going to make each slide the word, the term, and the definition. So I'm going to take a text box. I'm going to start it here. So you want to make sure that you customize it to what you want it to look like in every single slide. Like that, you just duplicate the slide and you don't have to keep formatting constantly. So in this case, let me just work on the fonts and the size. I wish Google had something where I could type the letter and it's going to take me directly to that font, but it doesn't, and you have to scroll. So I'm looking for one that I used to have. It was called Poppins. There you go. I like this one. I don't know why also Google always sets up the text to be like this opaque gray or opaque black, I should say. But I'm going to go to my three dots and I'm going to change the text color to black. I don't know why it does that, but it drives me crazy. So now that I have that, I'm going to press Control D or Command D. If you have a Mac, I have a Mac, so Command D. And then I'm going to type in the definition. And then after this, Command D again, and I'm going to add a picture. So then after this, I just duplicate these three slides and I'm ready to add another one. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to select the first one. Notice it's selected because it has a blue. I'm going to click Shift, and then I'm going to select the third one. And so now it selects all of them. Then I'm going to press Command D, and I have them all there. So now all I have to do is change this term again. So I just worked on a second term, Spanish exploration and colonization. What I want you to look at is the definition. Notice it has a lot more text. However, when it comes to printing these out, you're going to notice that it's not going to change the size because we're fitting it into one slide versus with these type of tables, I have to ensure that it doesn't change the size, because then when it comes to cutting those, I can't take 2 or 3 of them at once and cut them at the same time because they're not uniform. And like this, you're going to notice in a bit, once I explain to you how it works, that they are going to be uniform. So you can take 2, 3 pages at once, get that that cutter or that guillotine, I think it's called, the cutter, and just cut 2 or 3 pages at the same time. So it's really, really efficient. So I have the pictures as well here ready to go. So I just completed for 2 terms. I have a total of 6 slides. You can do as many as you want. Now, after this is where the hack or the tip or trick, whatever you want to call it, comes into play. Once you're ready to go, what you're going to do next is you're going to go to File, and every print prompt in any computer is going to give you this option, pages per sheet. And this is where you get to kind of customize how big you want those cards to be. You can go 2 pages, so these are going to be big. You can do 4 pages, right? These are still too big for my liking. I always like to go with 6 per page. And so notice, because we added that border, when it comes to cutting these, we're going to be able to be a lot more efficient with it because we can take 2 or 3 pages at one time and cut them out. And so now you just press print, right? And they're ready to go. Now, if you want to share this with someone, your print prompt will always have the option of what destination. Do you want it to print off of this printer, that printer, or do you want to save it as a PDF? I like to save it as a PDF like that. If I ever want to run more copies of it, I don't have to go through that process again. I have it saved. Or if you want to share it out to a colleague, you can easily just save it and then share that saved PDF. So click on Save PDF. So here I am at my downloads because I just saved it, and I'm going to click on it. And here you have it. Now I'm able to share this or print this. Notice I only have 2 terms. But they're ready to go. Quick and easy, and you don't have to worry about making a table and then them not being uniform. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope it wasn't too long. I do encourage you to subscribe and like this video, as well as my different social media platforms. I am on TikTok as Mrs. Talk Techie, as well as Instagram and Facebook. I just started a new social media platform called Mrs. Talk History because I was a history teacher for over 18 years and I do love it, and it is my passion. I also have an anchor chart shop. That's hard to say. Believe me, I practice many times. And it is Anchor EduCharts, where I sell a variety of anchor charts geared towards all subjects, cross-curricular, and both digital and hard items, which means I print them out on 22-pound paper, laminated on 3 millimeter film, and ship them out to you. So check that out as well. If you do have requests, I make those as well. So thank you so much and have a good one.